Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me today because we have some very exciting General Hospital news to talk about, and it's definitely worth the wait. I tell you what, my friends, this week on General Hospital from May 4 to 8 is fixing to be one wild ride, and I'm already chuckling to myself just thinking about it. You know, I've been watching these Port Charles folks for years, like they're part of the family, and this batch of episodes is packed with everything heartbreak, betrayal, a little bit of hope, and some downright scary moments. Let me start with the big one that's got my blood pumping. Jack Brennan is about to walk in on Carly Spencer and Valentine Cassadine in a very steamy, very private bedroom moment. Oh boy, I can just see Brennan's face turning redder than a summer tomato. He's always been a straight shooter, that one, and finding out Carly's been hiding this dangerous man is going to hit him like a ton of bricks. Valentine isn't just some old flame. He's a fugitive, mixed up in revenge plots, and apparently Carly's secret lover too. I've always had a soft spot for Carly. She's tough, she loves her kids fiercely, and she'll fight like a mama bear for what she believes in. But honey, hiding a wanted man, that's playing with fire in the worst way. My late daddy used to say, son, secrets always come out when you least expect it, and I reckon this is one of those times. I'm sitting here wondering what Brennan's gonna do. Will he arrest Carly right along with Valentine? Or will that slippery Valentine manage to slip away again? The man's already talking about going straight to Anna Devane's office at the clinic to see her face to face. Lord have mercy, the tension is thick enough to cut with a knife. This whole mess is going to leave a lot of people feeling betrayed, and I don't blame them one bit. It makes you think about trust, doesn't it? How sometimes the people we care about most can break our hearts without even meaning to. I've lived long enough to know that kind of pain, and watching it play out on screen still gets me right in the chest. But not everything this week is storm clouds and thunder. Thank the good Lord there's a little sunshine too. Cody Bell and Molly Lansing Davis finally have something worth smiling about after all the rough patches they've been through. Remember how their last vacation got canceled because of Molly's surgery? That was tough on them. Now it looks like they're planning to get away and really celebrate. I love seeing that. Makes me remember when my wife and I were younger, we'd pack up the old truck after a hard spell and drive out to the lake for a few quiet days. Just fishing, laughing, and reminding ourselves what really matters. Life's too short not to grab those happy moments when they come knocking. I'm rooting hard for Cody and Molly. They deserve a little peace and joy in that crazy town. All in all, this week in Port Charles is going to have plenty of folks feeling shaken, accused of things they didn't do, and facing situations that'll make your hair stand up. But that's what I love about General Hospital. It feels real. People mess up. They hurt each other. They try to fix things, and sometimes they get a second chance. It reminds me so much of life right here in our own neighborhoods. I'll be glued to the screen this week, popcorn in hand, cheering and groaning along with the rest of you. If you've been watching as long as I have, you know these characters start feeling like old neighbors, the kind you fuss about but still care for deep down. Can't wait to see how it all shakes out. Port Charles never disappoints, does it? Take care, folks, and I'll be back after the episodes to share more thoughts. Second, Michael Corinthos is really stirring up a storm this week, and I've got such mixed feelings watching that young man go down this road. He's dead set on putting Willow Kane in a real tight spot, and it looks like he'll do just about anything to make it happen. He's hoping to dig up evidence, or maybe even twist the truth and make some things up about her secret relationship with Harrison Chase. Blackmail? Oh, that word sits heavy on my heart. I've seen families tear each other apart over less, and it always leaves scars that don't heal easy. Michael's been hurting something fierce, I know that, but this kind of plan feels desperate and cold. Still, part of me aches for him too. When a man's heart is broken and his trust is shattered, sometimes he lashes out in ways he might regret later. I just hope he thinks long and hard before he pulls that trigger. Poor Willow is already carrying the weight of the world, and now more trouble is piling on. Elizabeth Baldwin is really pushing Drew Kane to try new ways of talking and communicating. She's not letting him give up, and I admire that kind of stubborn care. But if Drew finally manages to get his thoughts out clearly, he could drop a bomb that changes everything in Port Charles. He might look straight at Willow and tell everyone she's the one who shot him, and that she even gave him medicine to make it look like a stroke. Can you imagine the shock on people's faces? My chest tightens just thinking about it. Willow's been walking a tightrope for so long, hiding secrets, trying to hold her life together. Now she's going to be fighting for her future, and I wonder how she'll handle it. Will she swallow her pride and run to Jen Sidwell for help, asking that powerful man to step in and fix this mess? Or will she try to face it all by herself, keeping him out of it so things don't get even more complicated? Either choice is scary. I've lived long enough to know that when you're cornered, you sometimes reach for the wrong hand just to stay standing. And through all this chaos, Nina Reeves keeps getting dragged deeper into the troubles with Drew. That woman has a big heart and she loves hard, but lately it feels like every time she turns around, another problem with Drew is waiting for her. She deserves some peace after everything she's been through. Then there's Lucas Jones staying over at Windemere. On the outside, it might look like a nice, quiet place to rest, but I've got a bad feeling growing in my gut. I don't think Lucas fully realizes just how much danger is building around him in that old house. Windemere has seen plenty of dark days before, and right now it feels like the shadows are getting longer. I hope he keeps his eyes wide open and doesn't let his guard down. This whole week is soaked in betrayal and tough choices. People feeling stabbed in the back, others being blamed for things they didn't do, and scary situations popping up all over town. It makes you think about real life, doesn't it? How one wrong move, one hidden secret, can shake everything you thought was solid. I sit here on my couch, heart beating a little faster, wondering how these folks are going to find their way through the mess. Some will fall, some will fight back, and maybe a few will find a little grace along the way. That's what keeps me watching. It feels so close to the ups and downs we all face in our own families and neighborhoods. Finally, Michael Corinthos isn't the only one causing heartache this week. Over at Windemere, things are getting even darker, and it's got me worried sick. Sidwell seems to be listening to that suggestion from Cassius Faison, the one pretending to be Nathan West, played by Ryan Pavey. Cassius is planting the idea that Lucas might have killed Marco Rios. Oh Lord, my stomach drops just thinking about it. The truth is, Ross Cullum is the one who actually took Marco down, but if Cullum buys into Cassius's story, he could use Marco's phone to set a trap and pin the whole thing on Lucas. That poor boy is staying at Windemere trying to find some peace, and now this? It feels like the walls are closing in on him, and he doesn't even see the full danger yet. I hate seeing innocent folks get caught in other people's dirty games. Then there's Jocelyn Jacks. That girl's got a lot on her plate, and it might get a whole lot worse. If Cassius decides to spill what he knows to Cullum and Sidwell, especially after Britt Westbourne told him about Jocelyn's connection to the WSB, she could be in real serious trouble. I've always liked Jocelyn. She's brave and smart, like her mama, but this is dangerous territory. She's going to have to watch every step she takes, keep her head down, and be extra careful. One wrong word and everything could come crashing down. It reminds me how one secret can snowball and hurt so many people before you know it.